Hey.
Yo, what's up, man?
I like your Kumerican accent. I like your Kumerican accent.
No, I've been trying. I mean, I've been rehearsing for some time now.
You've been rehearsing for some time now, huh, boy? Yeah, man. I'm feeling you.
Oh my God. Coach, how are you doing this morning? How you doing?
I am solid.
Winstonia, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
That delay was rather loud.
Yes. He had to think about it for a minute.
Yeah,
am I doing fabulous or fantastic? Which of the above?
Because you see, I'm a great fan of the fantabulous Kumasi Asante.
Okay. You want to be sure?
Yeah.
So you want to be sure?
Africa's team of the last century.
It's a K. Yeah.
So are they now the Kumerican national team?
Charlie, I don't want to be charged for treason.
Serious matter in Ghana football, guys, this morning.
Hey,
serious matter.
The
decision we were waiting for finally delivered.
I'm out for a rabbit hole.
Good.
Hey, one will cry, one will laugh.
Kojo, let me see. Do you have a few chaotic shouts?
Yes, I do.
Or let me just drop the bullet and tell you that the Court of Arbitration for Sport has dismissed that case that Wilfred Oseko Kupama, the owner of Tama Youth, sent to them against the Ghana Football Association over his disqualification and lead up to the 2019 Ghana Football Association elections. We're going to be speaking to my colleague Muftal Nabila shortly, and we're going to give you the details. We're going to fill you on what we've got right now. So just stay. Can we quickly run through the chaotic shouts? Today, look like the chaotic shout 10 official because official story day, pal.
But you know, yes, let me start off with the chaotic shout.
Quickly.
Because it's my nephew's birthday
Beautiful.
today.
Beautiful.
He's 17 years today. Daryl Ahene. Daryl Sean Ahene.
Good, 17.
He's 17 years
today.
Daryl Sean.
Wow,
sounds like a very indigenous Kumerican name.
Not bad at all.
No, his father is Gan, and his mother is Wasa.
Okay. Because what have you got?
Well, I've got this one. It says, "Good morning. Please say a happy birthday to Reverend Albert Ni Adote Mingo."
Okay.
This is from his wife, his mom Doris Apiaba, and of course the rest of the family. Happy birthday to you, Osofu. Maybe one or two more. This one says, "A glorious happy birthday to my lovely and responsible husband, Lieutenant Commander K.O.M. Nyampong of Ghana Navy.
Wow.
May you continue to age gracefully in all your endeavors in the Lord. Happy birthday from Gifty, Nile, and Michael. We love you so much." You know, when your wife publicly declares you responsible,
then you are.
Oh, indeed.
You are truly responsible.
Indeed.
That's the height.
Because she's the final arbiter.
Yeah, of course.
On your level of responsibility.
Belated happy birthday then to Joshua Ni Ama of Deloitte. We love you dearly and wish you all the best from God on this special day. Then you are one today. Urua Kwejo Dako Echampong. You are one today. May today be the first of many more filled with just as much love and God's unending blessings. We love you. This is coming from your mom, Eunice Dakwa of Gritco, Tema. Thank you very much. So we can get straight into the Joy Sports Center.
Just before that, though, I want to just particularly say good morning to all of those who are listening to us in the Western region.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Those who have tuned into Radio Max,
listening to us.
Listen to us.
Radio Max,
Look, we love you guys ever so much. Not just those of you listening in Takrady and Sekondi, but even further afield, out
Northern
into
region.
Northern
regions.
All the regions of the north.
Everywhere.
We love you guys. Listen, thank you so much for choosing Joy. And thank you for loving the Sports Center.
Yes.
We'll continue to chaotically glorify you every single morning.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it, shall we? Because I'm sure most of you are waiting for the breaking news this morning.
So
let's just say hello to our sponsors. And we know that the Joy Sports Center is brought to us by MTN.
Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank.
Here for good.
Now, you are usually the hard guy, right? The happy-go-lucky one who takes the world into your hands at your own pace and in your own time until you hear the words, "I will tell Ma." Mom means a lot to us, and that's why we respect her and will do everything to protect her. Today, we have the collective responsibility to stay safe, not just for ourselves, but for the people who matter to us the most. That's why it's our duty to mask up and make Mama proud. When you go out, wear it for Mama everywhere you go. Okay, so guys, you know we're living in extraordinary times, and we've been advised so many times to stay at home and stay safe if you really don't need to step out. Well, at Standard Chartered, they've got you covered. You don't need to step out to transact. Indeed, they put the majority of their in-branch transactions on their groundbreaking mobile banking app, SC Mobile. So right from the comfort of your home or wherever you may be, you can request or stop a checkbook, transfer money to other accounts, send mobile money, request, activate or block a new debit card, request or stop a fixed deposit. And there's more. You can actually confirm a check for payment, request a letter or your statement, add a signatory to your account, and of course, open an account. Right there on SC Mobile on your phone. You can also buy and sell government bonds and securities. My goodness, there you have it. You don't need to go into the banking hall to do your banking. Download the SC Mobile app now. Remember, to stay home, stay safe, and transact on SC Mobile, Standard Chartered continues to be Ghana's #1 digital bank. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Good news for cars. All of a sudden, your engine is being pampered by Total. The Total Quartz 9000 Future 0W20 is Dada B living for engines. Specially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine. It will deliver excellent engine protection and cleanliness. It increases your oil change interval while reducing your fuel consumption. Now, Winston will know about this. It's kind of like pouring 40-year-old whiskey, properly distilled, age-old, down your throat. After a hard day's work. For optimum performance and efficiency of your car, visit your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
You just made my morning.
Let's get into our breaking story this morning, just coming through. And the Court of Arbitration for Sport has dismissed Wilfred Osei-Kweku's appeal against the Ghana Football Association. Now, the Global Tribunal's verdict, dated September 1, confirmed the decision by the Elections Committee to disqualify the Tema Youth owner from contesting the 2019 Ghana Football Association elections. Osei-Kweku, popularly known as Palmer, dragged the Ghana Football Association to court following what he believed was unfair disqualification. However, CAS, after hearing from both parties, has decided to rule in favor of the Ghana Football Association. The verdict by CAS means that the status quo remains the same, with President Keto Kweku leading the association until 2023. Let's bring in my colleague Muftau Nabila Abdullahi, who was at Congress yesterday. So a lot. We'll be talking about Congress itself because this decision is that big. We'll have to talk about this first. Muftau, thank you very much for your time, and it's good to hear your voice at this time in the morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Muftau, all right. Hope we can hear you. All right. So let's start with what you have learned so far. Do you have any idea what made it difficult for Wilfred Osei-Kweku's Palmer or his case to really make sense to CAS?
I haven't had the privilege of reading all the documents that were sent to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. What I do know additionally was that the CAS court or the CAS panel decided to write to the president of the Normalization Committee asking certain questions for him to answer them so that they could come out with a full award of the station. Initially, there were claims that he was reluctant to provide some of the answers they were asking for, but I do believe that finally he has provided those answers. That's why this ruling came today.
Definitely, there's more to come on that angle. But then, what does it mean for Wilfred Osei-Kweku with respect to Ghana football?
Wilfred Osei-Kweku specifically, I think that it wouldn't be a big deal for him because the first time Wilfred Osei-Kweku went to CAS was in 2004 when he was buying his club, Tema Youth FC. The second time he was in CAS was in 2016 when he took Dreams FC because of the registration of Kojo Mensah and Daniel Goza. In all these cases, he has won. But if this one he loses, I'm not sure it's going to be a big deal. I only think that the most exciting part of it is that there's going to be stability in the leadership of Ghana football. Because, trust me, one might say that Keto Kweku kept working so hard without minding what the outcome of the CAS verdict would be. But now that he knows that the verdict is out of his way, he can concentrate and deliver the promises he made for Ghana football.
Oh, just a final one. What does this, ruling do to the chances of Wilfred Osei-Kweku becoming a GFA president in the future?
It is a confirmation that he violated the articles of the Ghana Football Association, especially Article 35C of the GFA General Regulation that talks about how a club should pay 10% to the GFA for the foreign transfer of players. And it also shows that the decision of the Ethics Committee for December 2017 showed that Wilfred Osei-Koko lacks the integrity required to lead the Ghana Football Association. This is a mark that has been thrown on his body for the rest of his life in terms of leading Ghana football.
So, quite simply, he can't stand for another FA presidential election.
He lacks the integrity if the cast ballot is anything to go by.
Success as always. Thank you very much, Mufsal Nabila Abdullah joining us. We'll hear from him later, and there's more to come. But you've got a bit of it right now, Winstonia. Tell me what CAS is saying.
Well, so CAS is basically saying that the appeal filed on 14th October 2019 by Wilfred Kwekwose against the Ghana Football Association with respect to decisions rendered on 4th October 2019 and 8th October 2019 by the Elections Committee of the respondent is dismissed. Now, the decisions rendered on 4th October 2019, respectively 8th October 2019 by GFA Election Committee of the respondent are confirmed, and it says the cost of the arbitration to be determined and served to the parties by the CAS Court Office shall be borne by Wilfred Kwekwose, and each party shall bear its own cost in connection with these arbitration proceedings. All other or further claims are dismissed, and is dated 1st September 2020.
Okay, so that's just what it means at the moment.
Yes.
So everything is cleared now. Kurt can concentrate on his job and get it rolling. So it opens things up nicely for us to talk about Congress, because Congress was yesterday, and we're keeping close tabs on that. The Ghana Football Association yesterday approved the emoluments for the leadership of the association as recommended by the Frederick Moore Committee. Now, the three-man committee proposed that President Kurt Okraku be given a monthly allowance of 12,000 Ghana cedis, the Vice President 7,000 Ghana cedis, Mark Addo here, and 4,000 Ghana cedis each for the rest of the Executive Council. With more from yesterday's GFA Ordinary Congress, here is my colleague Muftau Nabila Abdullah.
For the first time in about 8 months, members of the Ghana Football Association Congress assembled to take decisions in relation to the governance of football in the country. The build-up to this Congress was met with so many objections from other sections of the Ghana Football Association membership. However, the meeting was a success as the members who assembled here approved every single proposal that was tabled before them. Notably, amongst them is the allowances to be given to the leadership of the Ghana Football Association. The president, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, would be given 12,000 Ghana cedis as his monthly allowance, and there's also going to be a sitting allowance of 1,600 Ghana cedis for him. His foreign travels is going to be $500 per diem, and there's also the other aspect of 1,000 Ghana cedis for his airtime, and local travels will cost the Ghana Football Association 600 Ghana cedis. Other remunerations were also approved for other members of Congress, including his vice president. Executive Council member Randy Abbey told Joy Sports that the meeting was a success, and he believes the decisions that have been taken would have a major impact in the growth of Ghana football.
And because of COVID, we've not been able to congregate like this to deal with pertinent issues affecting our industry. And so it's a big opportunity. I've seen a lot of friends who I've not seen in a long while. And so for me, it's positive. The attendance, very, very, very impressive. The deliberations, top-notch quality. The decisions taken, I believe, will move the game forward. So very impressed, very happy, very, very excited about today.
Let's do more on Congress, because the head of the three-man ad hoc compensation committee that proposed the changes in the allowances, Frederick Moore, has been justifying the huge increases despite public disapproval.
Before we decided any figures, we had a rationale and a working modality that we were going to use. We looked at the previous costs, the last 3 years costs to the FA. We looked at a number of companies in Ghana, locally, big, small, medium, to see what they pay. 3, we also look at other associations. We ignored Nigeria and FIFA because we thought their budget was big and it would distort it. But finally, one of the most important things that we looked at was what are the roles that these people, the president, is going to perform. For us, we as a committee were not looking at how much we were going to pay him. We were looking at what benefit we were going to get from him. So it's a cost-benefit analysis. And I believe, and Congress approved it,
Now, still with Congress, President of the Ghana Football Association, Keto Kweku, says members should reject those who malign the association publicly. And we need to hear from Ket now.
There are a few of us who continuously go out of this family, leave the respect for this family, and go out into the public space to malign your product, my product, your business, my business. We must reject this as a family. If I go to corporate Ghana on daily basis, if I go to this man here on daily basis, preaching Ghana football, and yet some of us, just a few of us, continuously damage the image of the product we tend to love, that will bring us money, that will bring our kids money, we must say no to this. We must say no. FM. And again, we must say no to such people. Football is the only sport that brings all of us together. Me sure say honorable Oya Santini, Randy Abbey, Oviva, Vota Regina. But we are here sitting on one table. Why? Football. Football cuts across all religions, all political parties. There's always one football family. There can never be two. And we must not have two. We must always have one. We would disagree on issues. We would disagree on how you think I must wear my dress. But let's think Ghana football first. Let's learn to go through our laid and respected ways of communication.
All right, so Ket, how about the return of football? How confident are you?
The sport is coming back. Our football is coming back. And like he rightly said, inshallah, our sport will come back stronger. Our sport will unite us even better. We will be a stronger force. We will be the most loved sport. And together we will ignite passion and create wealth for each one of us.
We await the return of Ghana football, which is critical. Just want to make a few points.
No, very critical. I mean, I'm just waiting patiently. Yeah. Many leagues in the world continue with their leagues. Yeah, we suspended ours. Yeah. Fair. But when are we starting? It's very important.
Yeah, I think government will want a very good plan from the FA to ensure that all players are fine, everybody is good, there'll be no problems when we start playing football. And once all of that is settled, I think we will start playing football. Should be soon.
We should start playing. But the challenge with us here in Ghana is that if we start playing football, a lot of the teams rely on gate proceeds. I mean, that's the two largest class.
The cash component.
So if there's no, if
no cash, how do you socially distance?
How do you do that thing? That's the problem.
First, you have to be close to money. No social distancing with money to be able to socially distance. Let's do the tennis right now. We got day 2 of what happened at Flushing Meadows US Open. Here is a special report by my colleague Orico Ampofo.
It's the US Open.
Number 2 seed Dominic Thiem progressed to round 2 when opponent John Munar retired after the second set at Louis Armstrong Stadium. Munar abandoned before the start of the third set, with Austria's team leading 7-6, 6-3. Thiem now faces India's Samit Nagal, who became the first Indian man since 2013 to reach the second round of a Grand Slam event with a 6-1, 6-3, 3-6, 6-1 win over Bradley Clan of the United States. Andy Murray rolled back the years with a vintage comeback after he came from 2 sets down to win a 5-set thriller in his first single slam match in 18 months. Matteo Berrettini and Daniil Medvedev enjoyed straight set victories as well. In the women's division, 6-time winner Serena Williams powered past 96th-ranked Christiane 7-5, 6-3 as she started the latest bit of her protracted pursuit to match Margaret Court's Grand Slam title count with a straight set win at the Flushing Meadows. Unlike her sister, Venus Williams was beaten by number 20 seed Karolina Mukova 6-3, 7-5. There was a small consolation to Venus that by appearing in the tournament for the 22nd time, she broke the Women's record in the Open era. She had been tied with Martina Navratilova.
It's the US Open.
Oh, let's take with Serena. She was great. I watched her last night. It was almost at dawn, But the question is, can she finally equal that record of Margaret Court? She's looking for a 24th Grand Slam title. Here's the BBC's tennis commentator, Russell Fuller.
It is a lot of expectation. I'm just thinking, I paused there because I wonder if it's easier for her this time in New York. She has particularly struggled playing in a home Grand Slam in recent years. She lost the final last year to Bianca Andreescu. There was the extraordinary dramatic final against Naomi Osaka in which Serena Williams got into so much trouble and had that running feud with the umpire Carlos Ramos. So the fact there are no fans there might make it a little bit easier for her. The further she goes through the draw, the more pressure there will be on externally as the media start to take more and more interest, but maybe it is a good way for her to approach this US Open. She wasn't particularly happy with the way she was playing in the WTA event in New York last week. She said, it's very, very hard to stay positive if I continue to play like this.
Right, the good news, just around Arsenal getting in a player as well. James Rodriguez is the man who has made a big move. I don't know it's a big move, but it's a big move for Everton.
It's a big move for Everton,
No,
but for the player,
player.
it's retrogressing. He's going back.
Charlie, why the punch Everton this man?
No, but you see, let us not mince words here. Everton.
But there's Carlo Ancelotti is there.
I mean, even if you had gone to even if you had gone to Arsenal, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal will play in the Europa. Arsenal will play in the Europa.
Yeah, Evertonians don't like this, boss.
But I mean, over the last few seasons, Everton hasn't performed very well.
Yeah, I know.
So
but he believes that Carlo Ancelotti will help him.
Oh no. That's why Everton there.
He's going to Everton. Charlie, are you checking the connection? The man is going to Everton. Okay, we'll look out for that. We'll look out for that. Great stuff, and we'll keep in tabs on it. That's it for the Joy Sports Center this morning.
Yeah, but before you go, I mean,
what's happened? There are two issues.
Last year.
There are two issues. Could you what's the issue? What's the issue?
Don't mind me.
Sammy
is bullying me as usual.
But some chaotic shout.
I'll report you to your wife.
Okay, so the chaotic shout.
Yeah, last one, and it's a happy 20th wedding anniversary to Mr. Samuel Tindabil, General Manager of Petra Securities, and Mrs. Abna Tindabil of Abekat La Paz. This one from Mauli Zobanu says, God continue to bless your marriage and your solid family as is done in the past 20 years.
All right, so that's it. Don't want to hit Sammy, that's the problem.
Why did he take Pito this morning?
Everything is fine. So at least we know the breaking news this morning. Keto Kreko can lead his association in peace.
Has Sammy ever brought a shout out for us to do for someone?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he does.
He does.
Forwarded messages in good news.
Yeah.
Every day he's forwarding messages.
He works electronically. Yeah. He works through the media.
That's how he spreads his. That's how he spreads his gospel. Electronically. Anyway, so let me ask you this. So another MP has been slapped about and reported it to the police. Charlie, what's happening in this country?
Yeah, I have two immediate questions. So,
okay.
Two immediate questions.
Ask her.
But the MPs have bodyguards,
Do they?
No, Maxi.
MPs? They don't.
No. They don't. No. Oh, so they just move along.
Yeah. Officially, they don't.
They don't have. That means we are not protecting them well enough.
That's what you think, eh?
Yeah, that is one. Or we are paying them well. We are paying them well enough.
Are we protecting the citizens well enough to spare policemen to protect the MP?
Said I was thinking, at least you have an MP.
Or are they more? The they are more of citizens than us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you are beating them, then it means that we have to look at their safety. Which is necessary, of course. So not every citizen has an MP. You have one MP in the whole constituency.
Yeah. How about journalists?
Journalists have to be taken care of.
They also need bodyguards.
No. But journalists have
why don't we need bodyguards?
Oh, journalists, because journalists have to open your eyes wide.
And MPs can close their eyes.
You don't jump in there.
MPs can close their eyes.
They don't jump in there. But I think that the MPs, we have to look at making sure that they're fine. Really? It's one. The second angle is that perhaps we pay them well enough to make sure they're fine. But it's not really good on the angle anywhere to beating people. And as much as it's not good that citizens are getting into trouble, MPs is also not fine that they also get into trouble.
But is Parliament powerless? I mean, can people just go about slapping them and they can't do anything about it?
So they can do a lot about it, I think.
But they've done nothing. Sam George was smacked on TV.
So they have to tell us about how difficult it is. What makes it difficult for them?
Sam George's crowd, was it backhand or was it like it was a heavy?
I didn't give me tennis commentary. Backhand.
No. I'm just the vivid image is coming back to me.
Yeah.
It was on television.
Television live.
Then there was an entire commission set up to look into it.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And at the end of it, that commission recommended that the individual who slapped the MP be prosecuted.
Yeah.
The government issued a white paper and said that person was provoked. He was provoked to slap the MP.
Yeah.
So he won't be prosecuted. Provocation. Since when was provocation? And in any case, isn't it in a courtroom that you mount your defense? So why is the government mounting a defense?
And I think I understand the irony here that the MPs make the laws.
Isn't
so
it
why
funny?
are they not making laws?
Isn't
that
it
can-
funny?
Yeah, that.
Isn't it funny?
So it's something wrong with our laws. People are maneuvering. You should talk about the MPs. There are a lot. I remember, may he rest in peace. JB Dankwa died. We don't know what's happening, and our system is some way.
Meanwhile, MPs would turn on anybody who says something they don't like. The person doesn't even have to insult them.
Journalists.
Even if what you are saying is the truth. If they don't like it, they will haul you before their privileges committee. Yeah. Professor Alex Dodu. I'll never forget this thing. That man is one of the world's leading experts on vaccination.
Yeah.
And he was talking in response to a messy, very messy, ill-informed, misleading, a conversation that was had on the floor of Parliament by MPs who really didn't have a clue what they were discussing.
Yeah.
And the expert, globally respected expert, said, look, if you don't know what you're talking about, shut up. This is health. Life and death. They hauled him before the Privileges Committee. But somebody slaps an MP, punches an MP, according to Neil van der Poel. He was punched. They deflated his tires. And nothing.
The matter is, it's difficult to even decide where to start from. Because we have left so much undone. Yeah. Because if you are making the case for an MP who's paid enough to make sure he's fine, and you have to make the case for a citizen, make the case for journalists, make the case for everybody. So there's so much left undone.
I'll tell you what we can do.
Yeah, today.
We can make a case against violence.
That's right.
Electoral violence.
For sure.
It shall not pass. We will not stand for it. Not here on Joy. All right. So let us make this stand today. We're going to speak to Neil van der Poel, by the way. We'll try and learn a bit more about what happened. But Ododo Dio now, it has its own history of violence. We'll talk about that.
What's a hotspot?
One of the hotspots.
Yes. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about another hotspot, Ayawaso West Wogon, where we had mayhem 2 years ago.
Yeah. And how MPs indirectly or directly, fuel this, because no young man is walking around and just wants to beat someone. Some big man must speak to you and say, "Charlie, do this." So you may have people behind it, and now they become victims. So it's a beautiful topic, and I'll be very interested in listening to this.
And all you have to do is stay tuned.
That's right.
It's all coming up on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. Right now, though, a big thank you to George Adu Jr.